I was confused this morning, audience. I was very confused this morning for one very important reason. I don't understand why the hell Oscar De La Hoya wants to fight Conor McGregor, aside from publicity. But I don't get it. What is this?
Okay, so
my dad's gonna come out in a tweet and say, "I won't fight Conor McGregor." Everybody wants to fight Conor McGregor.
What's your dad's golden rule?
Don't be a dick. Is Oscar De La Hoya
I hate to
a
say
dick?
this.
Is he a dick or is Conor
Oscar
a dick?
De La Hoya has been a dick a few times through this process. So I'm gonna break this down for everybody and then we'll get your reaction. So let's just roll through all of the media that we have that we put together for this clip, Skip. So starting on December 6, 2016, to our guy Marcos Villegas of Fight Hub, and this is what Oscar De La Hoya said. If Conor is serious about fighting, first of all, I would love to talk to him and promote him. I mean, imagine Conor McGregor and Golden Boy coming together. Moving forward, here is what he said in the build-up, non-confirmed fight of Mayweather and McGregor on Facebook. Some of the quotes: our sport might never ever recover. One group will eventually be left to make sure this farce doesn't occur. My interest is in the health of boxing as a whole. And then he continues on. Floyd's and Conor's motivation is clear, it's money. In fact, they don't even pretend it's not, but it's also a lack of consequences for when the fight ends up being the disaster that is predicted. After this fight, neither of them will need us anymore. Oh, please. Floyd will go back to retirement, presumably for good this time, with another 9-figure paycheck, and Conor will go back to the UFC. And then, did we have the second part of that or no? No worries. Okay, first he put out this tweet. Fuck you, Mayweather versus McGregor. Both of you are disrespecting the sport of boxing. And then he promotes his own, Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, September 16th.
16,000 retweets.
To which Dana then put on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes.
What the fuck is this guy snorting coke and drinking booze again? Hashtag Oscar De La Arum. Taking shots at Bob Arum, who Dana White has gone on the record saying that Bob Arum is, quote, an asshole. You know, I'm competitive. You know, I still have it in me. I've been secretly training. Oh, fuck off. Secretly training. I'm faster than ever and stronger than ever. Again, fuck off. I know I could take out Conor McGregor in 2 rounds. I'll come back for that fight. 2 rounds. Just one more. I'm calling him out. 2 rounds. That's all I need. That's all I'm going to say. He's a big Irishman. He's the king. He's the king. Hey, let's get it straight. In the cage, he would freaking destroy me. No, we have to fight in the ring. Does he know something about on the record? Does he know something about a contradictory nature and tone in his comments?
He should run for Congress.
He should run for president. But here's why I'm pissed off about this, is that he was mad at first because Conor didn't want to go and join forces with Oscar De La Hoya to fight Canelo Alvarez, which by the way was the right move, because I agree with Oscar that Canelo would prove a point, as he did against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., which is not taking a seat in between rounds, bringing his all to fight this rivalry that never was with 2 Mexican fighters. He would prove a point by dismantling Conor McGregor inside of a round, I do believe. So I'm with him on that. However, to say that he is so in favor of Conor McGregor joining forces with Golden Boy, once Conor McGregor spurns him, oh my God, this is horrible for the sport, it's horrible for boxing. He goes on the record saying it's a farce, it's a circus, this is disrespectful to the sport, fuck all of you for buying into it, we're gonna be $100 lighter because it's a farce, yada yada, and then coming out and saying, oh, I would love to fight Conor McGregor. I now go on the record by saying, Oscar, you are a contradictory lunatic. Whatever you are trying to do by getting your name in the headlines, you accomplished it by going on Golden Boy Radio and having this drop the mic moment that you thought was drop the mic worthy, of issuing a challenge to someone who doesn't give a fuck about you because he has so many other fights that he could possibly choose. The other part about this, no one cares if Conor McGregor ever fights Oscar De La Hoya, because Oscar has been retired for 9 years. George Foreman was retired for 10, and yet we still cared about him because he was a former heavyweight champion who was coming back, and that was before the George Foreman grill, and he didn't have to fight anymore. So what Oscar De La Hoya, and we're guilty of this because we're talking about it, is that he's building his brand by trying to grab a headline, attaching himself to a name in Conor McGregor that we care about currently because the world is his oyster, and Oscar De La Hoya needs this because unfortunately boxing hasn't produced the best of the best fights currently that we have. It's been really good, But what De La Hoya is trying to do is attract this sort of attention and with himself and a fight that will never ever happen because Conor can choose whatever he wants. We are literally all pawns in Conor McGregor's game, including Oscar De La Hoya for taking the bait. But the problem is Conor will never answer the bell to this and it will never occur.
Dude, the jealousy is at an all-time high. It really is. It's getting to a point where it's like absurd, where it's Frankenstein's monster, okay? They created Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein creates a monster, right?
Yep.
Okay, that monster is Conor McGregor. They built this super, eventually to be powerful in the media landscape, hold everybody by the balls. A single tweet could send people like myself into complete overreaction mode, which happened when he sent out the retirement tweet. I was really pissed off because the truth of the matter is he's entered a status of athlete that with seriously a 140 character tweet doesn't even need the 280. If he were to say again, I want to fight this person, enter any person here, well, there would be literally everyone would be talking about it.
Yes.
And the same with De La Hoya. It's just it should be considered embarrassing, but I can't call it embarrassing for De La Hoya. While it's extremely contradictory, like everybody's doing this, so it's not going to end with De La Hoya, and it didn't start with De La Hoya. So like it's embarrassing for De La Hoya, and it's really contradictory. But at the same time, I'm not going to knock him for doing it because as well as it being super annoying, like obviously, man, like everybody wants a piece of Conor McGregor at this point, and the only people you could be mad at is. I don't know who you could be mad at.
I think the only
Conor has transcended this status of just becoming he's become the Floyd Mayweather. Look, when Floyd Mayweather's at his prime and he was all the money fights and he was fighting, everybody wanted a piece of Floyd Mayweather, everybody wanted a money fight. Now if you want a money fight, it doesn't matter what sport it's in, for fuck's sake. If LeBron James called out Conor McGregor to play a game of one-on-one, it would be streamed to over 25 million people and people would pay $1 per person just to watch that. What if Conor beats LeBron James in a game of one-on-one?
Right.
Like, what if LeBron fights him in the ring?
He could have LeVar Ball as his hype man too.
100%. Like, and look, the same thing for LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball's marketing ploys have worked. So it sucks that that's the landscape. That if you just hype something up without consequence, then you can get your product across to a massive platform. So
what I personally, allow me to interject, what I personally believe Oscar De La Hoya is trying to do
make money
is, well, not only make money, but to make money, but also build the brand of Golden Boy. But more importantly, because he was so wrong by, it's sort of like if a girl you like does not want to be with you, you immediately trash that person to your friends. Because, I don't need him, whatever. That's exactly what he did with Conor McGregor when Conor did not choose him to court.
Yeah.
He chose Floyd Mayweather because that was the cash cow, it was the king. Now, what Oscar, I believe here, and I know I'm dancing around it, but here's the main point. What I believe he's doing is he's trying to save face and right his wrongs by getting back in bed with Conor and the Conor camp, because the fuck you tweets and the, this is horrible for the sport, he was wrong. He'll never admit that he was wrong, but he's showing it in a way by praising Conor, by saying he's the king and all of that sort of tone.
Yeah. So you're a contradictory embarrassment, but at the same time, I don't knock you for it. Make your money. Make your money, Oscar.